cheap on the wallet, but not on the scent or the quality. I've been a big fan of this house since they started making fragrance 2017. Now, this cremo, bourbon, and oak was one of their first offering and got me hooked. Ever since then, I've been buying up every single bottle that I tried. Now, not all at once. I will buy one and two and see if it's good. It's really good, so I'm picking up more. I have like basically everything that they have. There's about 10 or 11 bottles, except one. That was a clone of Creative Vintage, which I don't need another one. So I skipped that one. Everything else I picked up. You're talking about under $22. It's so easy, just explore it. And every time I buy it, I'll be satisfied. I'll be like hooked. So yeah, 10, 11 bottles later, I'm still extremely satisfied. Now, welcome to my place. My name is Dave. One of my subscribers, D Knight, he suggested I should talk about bourbon and oak. So here it is. Now, spoiler alert, this is one of my favorite from the house. Look at the juice level. Yeah, I've been using it because I love it. And a subscriber say I'm a sissy sprayer because I only spray 2 or 3 sprays at a time. And doing that, see how many times I have to wear it just to get to the juice level. So you could tell this is my favorite. So I already got a backup bottle. I got a shower gel. The whole point is just tell you this is really good stuff. Okay, considering how many bottles I have, for me to be able to use one bottle this much and be able to buy a backup and so on and so forth. Yeah, that already tell you what it is. Now in this house, they always give you the name that smells exactly. Well, it smells exactly what the label tells you, okay? So this one is going to be bourbon and oak. And right away, after the first spray, there's a tinge of sweet vanillic spicy aroma, but the woodsy oak and the booziness jumps in right away, okay? Now, it's not overly sweet. Maybe from a bit from the vanilla, but I would think it seems to me the sweet comes from the whiskey and the oak, okay? And this is a tinge of smokiness to it. I feel like as if I'm smelling the inside of a charred oak barrel where they would char it and then put whiskey in there. And that'll give us the whiskey more flavor. Okay. Now, to me, this one smells expensive. And I would argue with anybody that says otherwise. If they say this one smells cheap, either they don't know what they're talking about or they're just trying to be a snob. Okay. I'll challenge them, okay, to tell me this one smells cheap. Now, after the spray, the booziness, the vanilla, the spiciness will play around. It's not a very complex scent, okay? Those are the few things that I smell. Not much of anything else, but it's so very pleasant, even though it's a darker type of scent, but it's not overpowering, annoying too much, not at all. And after the 2 hours, the booziness will die down to be about 10 to 20%. And the rest of it is going to smell that well, the sweet also died down. The spiciness also died down. So I'm left with that beautiful oak, okay, the woodiness for the rest of the life. And I really enjoy it. And at that phase, I think it smells a bit like the Bentley for Men Intense. All right. Now, I was trying to think about what is the closest I have. And I got to tell you, it's going to be this one. This is Carolina Herrera Privé. Okay, and yeah, it does smell similar to this. It's not a clone, so absolutely not a clone. I would say Carolina is going to be sweeter. Yeah, it's going to be sweeter. There's a woodiness on there. There's a leather as well. But this cremo, I think it's going to be less sweet and more woodsy and a little bit more boozy, while boozy is still there, okay? And to be honest, I enjoy this cremo more. I think it has more character because CH Man is a little bit on the sweeter side, which kind of dominates just a bit. Okay, even though, yes, I love this one. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying in comparison, I still prefer the cremo just a bit. Not just because the price is so good. Okay, I could just enjoy, but it's because I just feel more, I guess, more oomph, more manly with that strong woods all the way through and that bourbon. Okay. So, but it is, I would say they're like 60 or 70% in the same direction. Okay. Now, back to cremo. It is not versatile because of the whiskey. The strong, it's going to be strong for at least few hours. Okay. And then the woods will stick around through the whole life. So even though it's not versatile though, if you enjoy wood and the whiskey notes, you absolutely owe it to yourself to spend that 20 bucks. I mean, if you know it's something that you want to spend and you can spend, of course, absolutely check this out. I'm just saying, if you love those two notes and you like fragrances and you know you want to spend money on it, absolutely, this is one of those you gotta go and get it. Okay, now not only, you know, I mean, for me, I already bought a backup bottle. That's how much I love it. Okay, and the quality is really good. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to pretend this is like a $200 bottle with, you know, impeccable ingredients or quality. No, not that. But even without the $20 price tag, I close my eyes, I would think this is a great fragrance. I would put this on my top 10 or top 20. But just because I'm human and I get easily influenced as well. So in my back of my mind, I know this is a cheapie for 20 bucks. So it's kind of hard for me to push out everything else that I have and say, you know, put this up top 10. It's kind of hard. And also, I've been smelling the zoologist. I've been sampling like crazy because I love it. When I do side by side on this, you know, this versus like a zoologist, yeah, for sure, the quality differences will stand out. The zoologist, no doubt, is very well put together. And once you smell enough of fragrance, you kind of get an idea of what I'm saying. You could smell the quality. It's zoologist is going to be smoother, more well put together. You just, when you smell it, you feel like, yeah, this is better sense. Even on a blind sniffing, it's like that. Okay, so this is not, cremo is not harsh, but when you smell it next to each other, yeah, you can tell. Okay, you just can tell. Example, just like you know, maybe your cell phone, the pixels, right? When it's more pixel, you could feel it's a lot more HD, high definition. When you have less pixel, you could tell it's just a bit different, and that's kind of like what it is. So I guess that's the best way I can describe it. But coming back to this, I'll get this 2 thumbs up. I love it. The longevity is good, at least 5 to 6 hours. Okay, it's gonna be leaning masculine for sure. Okay, I imagine when, you know, when I wear this, I always imagine I'm going to a dim lighted whiskey barrel room, and then they'll be making those char oak barrel, and then I just love the whole atmosphere of it. It feels very manly. Okay, it's not versatile because of booziness, but it works so well for the cool weather, and I absolutely love this. I'm just talking about this, so if you see it, you wonder, is it worth it? Absolutely, I love this puppy so much. Just a super quick review. If you ever see it, give it a chance. And I think if you know, if you enjoy that category, no doubt, no brainer. All right then, I hope that is helpful. As always, see you next time.